Hello Droogs, and welcome to another quick tutorial. I thought we'd just take a little bit more of an in-depth look at the construction within Empyrion Galactic Survival. Now, to build anything, you'll always need to have a core. And they are 5 metal components, 4 electronics, 5 computers, and 3 cables. Alright, with that selected, and built I should say, you can build a base starter, which simply requires the 1 core. You can make a small hover vessel, which requires 8 steel blocks, 1 core and 1 hover engine. A small vessel starter, which requires 8 steel blocks and 1 core. And finally your capital vessel, which requires steel blocks 8, core 1, cockpit 1. So for now we'll just have our small vessel starter. Let's see there. This should be ready. Excellent. Also worth noting, as you start unlocking some more levels and more things to build, it can start getting a little bit hectic trying to find what you need for your ship. There are little green dots, and it'll also tell you in the menu where you can put it in the small vessel. Oh, that one goes on the. Oh, it all goes on small vessels. But the easiest way, if you select here, this will filter out for bases, filter out things for hover vessels, and small vessels. Oh, that's your hover vessels, that's capital vessels. So anything here, if you build it, it's just purely for the small vessel, that's for your base, although the base and the capital vessels are pretty much mostly shared. Okay, so let's go start doing some building. Obviously, as you can probably guess, just boom, place your item. Next you'll want some hull blocks, and there's only basically 3 hull blocks in this game. You have steel blocks, steel truss blocks, and armour blocks. It's also contextual. If I place it here, it wants to put it on my base. There, it's now going to be part of my small vessel. Placing, as you guessed, just left click. However, you're probably thinking just these 3 blocks, that's not going to make very pretty vessels. However, what you need to do, just right click, and it brings up a selection menu. So you can have a ramp top, for example, or a wall, or any of these shapes here that you like. Just look at our ramp. Now, unlike, say, Space Engineers or StarMade, the construction placement works slightly differently. You'll see there's a green line straight through the centre of that block, and that's the axes, in this case the y-axis. The insert key will change the axes. Blue line is for your Z, and that is red line is for your x-axis. So if you place that, then rotate around it using the home and N keys, that's rotating around our Z axis. That's rotating around our X axis. And again, left click to place, and then go on building up. Now if you've placed a part in the wrong place, and you're playing in survival mode, to remove it, you'll need to use a you'll need to move the remove and repair tool. Left click, moves, right click to repair things. Also, any blocks that you replace, you also get the materials back on a direct 1-to-1 ratio, so you don't need to worry about losing materials. But there's also another tool, the rotate tool. You just simply highlight your block you wish to rotate, then use the same keys that you used for placing. And you're done. Simple as that. Finally, we have our texture tool. And then we have our colour tool. Probably can guess what this does. Now the thing is to remember, when you've placed your starter block, this here is forward. That one little blue block there points forward. You will need to place your cockpit to be facing that direction, otherwise your W, A, S and D keys will not make you go the direction you're expecting to go. And finally, like space engineers, you'll also need a thruster for each direction. So you'll need a forward thruster, a rear thruster, a right thruster, a left thruster, a thruster facing down, and a thruster pointing up. Outside of that, you will also need your cockpit, obviously. You will need a generator, a fuel tank, an oxygen tank, and an RCS, which is this game's version of the gyro. Okay, Droogs, hopefully that will help make building a little bit clearer for some people. Thanks for watching, and again, if you'd like to have some more information, or I've not covered something in depth properly, just let me know in the comments. Okay, guys, bye now.